guaranteed that I die legend. Yeah, son God, homie, I'm reverend. Great, just protecting my investment. Ask about me, integrity's not in question. Straight up, all the way up, with the same ones that was down from the jump. Day one, same ones, been around when there ain't funds. Even got love for fake ones that changed up like they break ones. Going, you can charge it to the game. I'm all up in the photos, looking largest in the frames. Ayy, peep how I move, man, I'm getting to the bag. But the amount of work required is not a price you wanna pay.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Fantasy Six Pack YouTube channel. I'm your host, Dillon Clemons. Here with me to talk about the Green Bay Packers is Mike Bonni. What is up, my friend?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Ready to continue our 2023 team previews.
Yeah, you bougie or something? You changing your shirt for every team or
yes,
what?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Should at least match the team color.
No, green and yellow's gross. As Bears fans, I know we're out on that. But
it's
before
gold.
It's gold. Before we jump into the Packers offense, I just want to remind you, please smash that like button. Please subscribe. We really do appreciate it. When you do that, it gives us more money. We like that. So when you after you do that, can you head on over to fantasy6pack.net/plans and check out our memberships. We got award-winning rankings over there. Our fantasy football cheat sheet just dropped. And maybe best of all, we even got our Discord where you can come in and talk any questions you got, anything we're talking about in there. We got DFS baseball going on with Dave Eddy. We got good stuff in there. So, but without further ado, Mike, let's jump right into the quarterbacks for the Packers without Aaron Rodgers on the depth chart for once. And as a Bears fan, pretty excited about that because he was daddy. But now we got Jordan Love. They drafted Steve Clifford out of Penn State. Watched a lot of college football with him at quarterbacks. I'm not sure why they did that. And then Danny Etling. But it's Jordan Love's job to lose, man. If you're considering punting the quarterback position, I'm curious to hear if Jordan Love is an option for that.
No, I don't think he is. I'm sorry. We have no idea really what he can do. Yeah, there's really very few flashes we've seen. The one game he started, which I think was last year, whatever it was, he only had 12 fantasy points. Even with Aaron Rodgers in 2022, Aaron Rodgers only produced 2 quarterback 1 finishes. That's not very good for your starting quarterback. I wouldn't expect Jordan Love to top that, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll get into the weapons a little later. They're not bona fide studs, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have
but they'll grow together.
One wide receiver, 100%, which that could totally happen.
Which is their plan.
Yeah, but that stat with Aaron Rodgers only having 2 quarterback 1 finishes, that scares me a little bit. And that might have had something to do with the pace of play, because the Packers ranked 32nd in pace of play. And I'm curious to hear your thoughts if that was more of an Aaron Rodgers thing, or is that more of a Matt LaFleur and the offense that he just wants to run?
Well, I saw, based on reports, that they're trying to get the offense to be a little bit faster. So it must be just an Aaron Rodgers thing, which is kind of weird to me. I thought he'd want to play at a faster pace, but just because you play at a faster pace doesn't mean you're going to be a top fantasy team. Like, it doesn't mean you're going to produce a bunch of fantasy options. You could just be throwing a bunch of bad passes and stuff. So I don't know. We got to wait to see what he does. I wouldn't put him as a target for drafting, but waiver wise, if he starts killing it, why not?
Yeah, I think the pace of play on their offense will go up some. I think a lot of it had to do with Aaron Rodgers going up to the line of scrimmage and trying to diagnose the defense, which he could.
That could be true, yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't think Jordan Love is a realistic option in 1 quarterback leagues. In Superflex, like, he's going almost basically for free, like QB 20.
I'd rather have him as the depth quarterback than my starter in Superflex as well.
I hear you there too. Yeah, but in a pinch, it could be worse, I guess. You could get stuck with Sam Howell or something, you know.
Would you rather have Kenny Pickett or Jordan Love?
Kenny Pickett, actually. I don't know if I should go so fast to say that. I'm sure producer Mike's pulling his hair out in the background with whatever hair he's got left.
Did he just say Kenny Pickett?
But let's head on over to the running backs now, man. And this is really where I want to talk about this offense. This is just blasphemy right now with Aaron. For me, with Aaron Jones is going as RB17 an underdog ADP. I know it's best ball, guys, but that's really all we have to base things off of because that's really all that's drafting right now. Is he the best value in fantasy football drafts right now, Ike? Or
all fantasy, he has slight competition with another guy in this division that we'll get into later. But
okay.
I think Aaron Jones going at RB, like, what is it, 16 to 18?
17. Yep, 17.
Is a little stupid to me. He hasn't finished below that since, like, his rookie year where he barely got any of his opportunity. I mean, last year was his worst year in terms of opportunity share because A.J. Dillon was taking some, and he still finished as RB9. I mean,
it really doesn't matter, man. Ike, he's been in a committee all his career.
Yeah,
when Jamal Williams was there, A.J. Dillon's come in, like you said, as well. He's finished as RB2, RB5, RB10, and RB9 the last 4 years. And I'm sorry, man. We'll get into the wide receivers here in a little bit. I think Christian Watson is the number one, but Aaron Jones can definitely make a case of being the second seeing the second most targets on this team behind Christian Watson.
There's a lot of targets at the running back position for sure.
Yeah, like I know Jordan Love's gonna want to throw the ball downfield, man, but what you want to get your playmakers the ball, and Aaron Jones, in my opinion, is still probably the best playmaker on this offense, which you can make an argument with Christian Watson, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but Aaron Jones is it's fantastic value.
Yeah, I want to get him wherever I can.
And this is coming from me, who was all over A.J. Dillon because I thought the value was better last year. But now it's totally flipped. You got to adapt. You got to evolve. With that said, so are you completely out on A.J. Dillon, Ike? Or if you miss out on Aaron Jones, are you okay taking Dillon later in drafts?
Honestly, I don't really want A.J. Dillon. I think we kind of see what he is with Aaron Jones in town. At best, a low-end RB2 if he can get there, but he hasn't even finished as that yet. He gets the rush attempts. His targets are a little bit low, but you would think he'd be the red zone guy, but they switch it off between them, and with Aaron Jones getting most of the work anyways, A.J. Dillon's nothing better than a flex option or a handcuff now, I guess. Mm-hmm. A really, really strong handcuff.
Yeah, definitely. If something, God forbid, would happen to Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon slides into a pretty
instantly, yes.
Yeah. Even though he was really inefficient last year, 42nd in true yards per carry at 35th at breakaway runs. But that's not his game. He's definitely more of an in-between runner, one cut and go type of guy and lower his head. But yeah, man, I think you put it well there on A.J. Dillon. Let's jump on over to the wide receivers. And I'm curious to hear your take on Christian Watson, man. You got Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Jaden Reed, who they drafted this year out of Michigan State. We got Samari Torrey, Dontavian Wicks, and Grant DuBois.
Nailed it.
We saw what Christian Watson could do in spurts last year, Ike, after he was a little banged up to begin the year. Didn't he drop a wide open bomb touchdown?
And then basically got shunned for a while.
For a little bit. And then all of a sudden we saw him blow up for multiple touchdowns over like a 6-week span. But did that small sample size, did that give you confidence in taking Christian Watson this year? I should know where he's going in draft, but I don't have that up. He is currently going as wide receiver 20 in underdog ADP. You like it? You like?
Did you say wide receiver 20?
I did say wide receiver 20. Yep.
No, I don't like it at all. I mean, he did all that stuff with a top 10 all-time quarterback of all time. Mm-hmm. And now he gets a dude who's hasn't had much playing time in the NFL, if any. So, no, I don't think he's worth a wide receiver 20. That kind of like makes me mad a little bit. considering he's nowhere near going to repeat a 9 touchdown season in that amount of that was so much touchdowns in a short amount of span. That's not going to happen again.
Yeah,
It's
he
not.
was uber efficient. He was uber efficient last year. He had just 65 targets
On a 15% target share. I'm sorry, he might be a bust this year. It could be. They might have 2 guys below him that could be better.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you got that strive opinion on Christian Watson. Do you like Romeo Doubs or Jaden Reed later in drafts?
Honestly, I'm not targeting any of them, but if I had to, with where they're going, I'd probably go Romeo Dubs.
Okay.
He showed a lot of flashes last year, although couldn't stay healthy, which is weird for all these wide receivers. But I like him. I think he's probably the best value. Jaden Reed's too rookie for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you there. And just touching base on Christian Watson, I felt like we were just kind of poo-pooing him, but it really is a tough situation with him and Jordan Love, but he still will be the number 1 target getter, and you have to think that target share will go
At least
up
we think he will.
15%. Like, he's got to get up. We need him to get to like a 20% target share to really feel comfortable taking him. Like, he's going, Keenan Allen's going 1 spot ahead of him. Jerry Jeudy 1 spot behind him. Like, DJ Moore is going behind him.
They're banking on him getting 9 touchdowns again with that type of workload, and it's just not possible. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm. But let's finish out here with the tight ends. Bunch of rookies here, guys. We got Luke Musgrave.
What are you talking about? We have DeGuara.
And Josiah DeGuara.
The starter, week 1.
What are we talked about in the Lions preview? Go back and check that one out if you haven't already. About that rookie tight ends don't finish as tight end ones.
Now you got 2 of them.
Now you exactly. What do we do here with this group, man? What do we got here?
Guys, leave them on your waiver wires. Don't even think about drafting them. You can easily pick one up during the season if one starts killing it, or let some Packer nut take them early or late. Who knows? But still, you don't need to be drafting these guys.
Who would you rather have in dynasty purposes, Luke Musgrave or
Luke
Kraft?
Luke, I've been hearing a lot of good things about him, that if he was fully healthy through his college career, he could put up numbers that were similar to like a Kincaid and Mayer. And
he's kind of freaky athletic, right?
I like that. That is good for them. But for their first year for Jordan Love too, for pretty much like everybody in that offense, nah.
Yeah. I feel like there needs to be one of these guys needs to break out if this offense is going to be really good. And right now we just really can't pinpoint it. I feel like in this offense outside of Aaron Jones, who we absolutely love here.
This team is missing a veteran presence, like a guy like
DeAndre Hopkins, I think would be.
Aaron Jones is a veteran, but not like that guy who's like can teach him the way necessarily.
Yeah. It's interesting. They're one of the most intriguing teams.
I agree.
Into the season, and I'm excited.
I definitely agree. They have a wide range of outcomes. They could easily win the division, or they can win 5 games.
and they could just really, like we talked about earlier, maybe they just try to bank on their defense and just try to run the ball with AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones.
With their 7 first-round picks on defense.
I think it's more like 9.
I think it is
in the background. If you want to toss it in there, isn't it like 9 defensive starters that are for the Packers? I think it's something silly.
The whole defensive line is first round. I know that.
Yeah, but that pretty much wraps up the Packers. So before you get out of here, please smash that like button. Please subscribe to the Fantasy Six Pack channel. We really do appreciate it. And then head on over to fantasysixpack.net/plans and check out our memberships. For Ike Bonni, I'm Dillon. We'll talk at you next time.